Good evening, good morning, hello, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to another episode of the Tokyo Joshi Roundup. It's been a fun week. It has been a very fun week. We are very quickly approaching the end of the year. Christmas Eve tomorrow also means we are very quickly approaching January 4th. The big show. It's always a great show on January 4th. I think this year is looking to be a fantastic show as well. So we're going to kick it off as we always do with our free match. So this week's free Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling match is actually from January 4th this year. It is Shoko Nakajima versus Hyper Misao, and there's a special stipulation with this match. So it's kind of like a, I don't know, sort of like a dog collar match. You've got the two wrestlers are tied together, which I guess we'll see. And then there are a load of sort of gacha capsules taped around the ring, and you got to break open the gacha capsule. The loser of this match had to change their name, and we know who that was, because it did happen back in January, but it was a fun match. Let's just jump right into it. Shoko in the red corner, Hyper Misao in the blue corner. You can see all the gacha capsules around the outside. And now they're going to be tied together with this massive rope with a bell on it. Expect some typical Hyper Misao shenanigans. Almost decided to watch the Hyper Misao vs Shunma match on this week's TJPW stream, but I figured it's not quite a TJPW show, although it does sort of fit, but that match was great, really good fun. I think Misao is just fantastic, really fun wrestler. And time is counting down. It does look like they have an issue with the rope, trying to get it untangled. This was a really fun show. Good to see that. The crowds were starting to get back in Kurikan Hall. Still running at low capacity, but it was good. It was good to see lots of people there. We go cheering on the referee as he tries desperately to quickly untangle that rope. There we go, finally, it's attached to Shoko. Eager to get started. Misao jumping in just to unravel that last bit there too. Tying it to herself, but maybe the referee should check that. We do know Misao says she's the hero of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, but is she really? Here we go, let's go. Very, very quickly. She's trying to break open those gacha capsules. Nope, nothing on that one. Shoko trying to pull her away. I guess it's a special kind of match where you have to figure out what's your tactic going to be. Are you going to try and wrestle a match, or are you going to try using dirty tactics like that? You use the rope to stop your opponent from getting to the gacha capsules. Wow. Just using that rope as a weapon. Nope, nothing in this one either. I feel like it's just kind of the theme for the current times we live in, just the gachification of everything. That includes wrestling matches. It's finding nothing. Shoko getting the referee to check the paper. Nothing. It's definitely like the least wrestling match we watched on the show, yet it's still 100% wrestling in my books. Shoko going in on the offensive. Not the usual kind of match we see her in, but she's great regardless. Getting crafty. There we go. It's ring awareness. Just such a smart wrestler. I'm gonna tie Hyper Misao up so she can't get to the gotcha. Check the paper. Nope. Still not that one. Nope. Misao doing all she can to grab any and all gotcha within her reach. Not that one either. Misao desperately trying to free herself. I felt like that rope just isn't attached anymore. Looks like Shoko's going to get a taste of her own medicine here. Yeah, I don't think either of them are tied to that rope at this point. Let's see if Shoko can buy herself some time. Check it, referee. Nope. Nope, nothing in that one either. Desperately trying to win this gacha lottery. Oh. That's Shoko with 1 point. Shoot the golden ticket. Misao using that rope again. Yeah, she calls herself a hero, but there's always dirty tactics with Misao. Oh, check it, referee. Nope, nothing on that one. Just pulling her in. Nobody's tied to anything, they're just holding that rope. She goes, poor Suzume. Misao desperately trying to find a golden ticket of her own. Could that be it? Hey, here we go. It's one each now. One each. I believe there's one more golden ticket left. So Shoko better get back in the game. She's launching the capsules at her now. Whatever works, right? Oh, here we go. Shoko's got a big box of kaiju. Throwing them all in the ring. I think we're going to see some destruction. There's a big Mechagodzilla on the ground there. Oh! That's like really got to hurt. Like, the kaiju figures. Pretty bumpy, pretty spiky. Isn't Anguirus like face up? Pretty spiky. Would not like to land on those. Pile them all up. There's a Gamera there as well. This does not look good. Oh, she goes. What are we going to see? Oh no! Misao pushes her off into the kaiju. Misao's got a box of her own. She's throwing them. Oh, poor Shoko. She's getting destroyed. Absolutely destroyed by her own kaiju there. That's got to be like actually really painful. Kaiju deathmatch. It's the world we live in right now. Shoko throws her down. Wow. Yeah. That's got to be painful. Like, there's a lot of like bumps and angular bits that Mechagodzilla. That Anguirus has got some spikes on its back. It's definitely got to feel nasty. I think we're going to see a kaiju battle. Oof. It's a really cool Mechagodzilla figure too. The collector nerd in me is getting slightly concerned with those kaiju figures being in the ring. So difficult to like get a hold of a lot of these in the West. Shoko just continues to beat down. I mean, it looks like the tactic's working well for her. But we do know the way to win the match is by finding the golden tickets inside the gacha capsules. And there is one left to go. It's one apiece currently. So maybe Shoko should get back to finding the gacha. Oh. Misao picks her spots well. Uh-oh. But because she's holding on that rope, she's stuck. Shoko can fight back. And the bells come off the rope. It's such a disaster. I feel like this is one of the matches that is just super fun but also super chaotic and could only work in like your Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling / DDT style promotion. Launcher into the ropes. I think we're going to see a 619. If the rope will allow it. Do a short one. Oh no. Oh no, Misao's got it all wrapped up. Somehow she managed to get free from the rope. She's come free from the rope, left Shoko all tied up. And now it's just a battle just to see who can smash those gacha capsules open as fast as they can. Oh, nothing in that one. Oh, she's done it. And she's done it. Misao wins. Just fantastic. So silly but so much fun. I feel like that's definitely one of those matches that could only really happen in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. So fun. So from that we did get Hyper Misao won that one obviously, and then Shoko Nakajima had to change her name to Shin Ultra Shoko, I believe it was. And then we saw the two of them tag together for a while earlier this year, and that was really cool. It was a really nice little run that they had together. Maybe we'll see more of that in 2022. But yeah, this was cool. It was a really fun match, really silly match. And hopefully we'll see some more interesting action like that. The January 4th show this year. However, we do have another show of the year that is coming up tomorrow. We'll go through the card quickly. I think it should be a fun one. So we have an 8-woman tag match. To start off the show, we have Marika Kobashi, Nodoka Tenma, Yuki Aino, and Miyu Yamashita on one team against Suzume, Arisu Endo, Yuka Sakazaki, and Mizuki. Obviously, Mizuki and Miyu Yamashita have that title match coming up on January 4th. This should be fun. This should be a really fun match. You've got, obviously, Kobashi and Tenma will be leaving Tokyo Joshi Pro next year. Tenma retiring from wrestling for good, which is a shame. I think she's fantastic. She's a really good wrestler, and I think maybe she's been slightly underused, but she had a great tag team run. And then Marika Kobashi is taking a break in indefinite hiatus from wrestling to concentrate on other things, but I assume she'll be back in the future. She's fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and just to see how much she's come on over the year has been great as well. I think the future of wrestling for her is definitely bright if she wants to. And yeah, Yamashita's champion. Yuki Aino is the Bakuretsu sister with Nodoka Tenma. And then that tag team there, we have Suzume and Arisu Endo, who, like, Arisu's coming up to her anniversary. I think 4th of January was her debut match last year, which she actually wrestled against Suzume, and Suzume won. It was a great match. It's fantastic to see how far the two of them have come in the air as well. And then their tag team partners, Yuka Sakazaki and Mizuki, Magical Sugar Rabbits, we know all about them on this show. They're fantastic, they're awful, they're brilliant, they're great. Next up we have a tag match as well. We have Moka Miyamoto and Hikari Noa teaming against Maki Ito and Yuki Kamifuku Kamiyu. Is Makiyuki Happy tagging against Moka and Hikari. This should be a fun one. Maki and Kamiyu teaming together is always fun, whether that's on their talk show that they sometimes do, whether it's on social media, they're a lot of fun there, or whether it's in the ring like this will be. It's just always fantastic, and this will definitely be a fun match. A nice prelude to Maki Ito versus Hikari Noa for the International Princess Championship on the 4th of January as well. That should be good. I guess next week I'll probably do like January 4th predictions, but I think at this point it's quite clear that I think Maki Ito is going to win the title on January 4th. She'll beat Hikari Noa. I think Noah's had a fantastic run with that belt, like one of the best. She's one of my favourites in the promotion. I think Ito will be a pretty good champion. It'll be nice to see her with a belt. I do kind of wish she was, still in the main title picture, the Princess of Princess Championship picture. Ultimately, I'd like to see her back in the picture by the end of next year. Maybe Wrestle Princess 3, they can have a rematch of the title match from this year, but we'll see. This should be a fun match regardless, though. We have another tag match. We just saw them both in action there. That is Hyper Misao and Shoko Nakajima teaming together to take on Raku and Palm Harajuku. Yeah, this should be fun. This should be a fun one. I'm expecting nothing but just silliness and shenanigans, similar to what we saw there. I assume it'll just be as standard as a Hyper Misao wrestling match can be. No sort of gimmick in that, like opening up the gacha things, but Misao is definitely going to have some tricks. This should be a really fun one. Make a prediction for this match. I think Raku might get the win here. Nice to see Raku get some more wins. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And then finally on the card, we also have a single match. We have Rika Tatsumi versus Mahirokai. This should be really good as well. I think Rika could do with some more singles runs. I think this might be a nice way to sort of start off a run of winning some more singles matches. I think having her, I think that Yamashita is going to win on January 4th. But I think getting Rika back in that title picture as well would be good. I think she can have a good match, good rematch with Yamashita, definitely. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see this sort of be the start of that run happen again. But yeah, that's a nice and short one this week, I think. I think we've got some fun stuff going on the show tomorrow. It's been a fantastic year. We'll do more of a sort of year in review in next week's episode, and we'll do some predictions of January 4th. But it's been fun. I've really enjoyed properly getting into Tokyo Joshi Pro this year. I started watching it regularly last year during the pandemic because they were still pretty regularly running shows. Excuse that dog there. Still regular running shows. And then this year, I watched all the shows regularly, watched a bunch of them live. It's been really fun. It's been fun. And I can't wait to see what next year has in store, but I think for now, that'll be good night for me. Hope you've enjoyed the show. I'll see you next week on Tokyo Joshi Roundup. Catch you later.